'Twas the night before Christmas, when all throughout the arena, not a wrestler was stirring, not even John Cena. This holiday season we'll discover the hero, as we continue the build to Absolute Zero. For Gargano, his holidays may be filled with grief, as he dodges the wrath of the tribal chief. For Queen Sasha and her title, a Tegan knocks, on this holiday special of SmackDown on Fox. Though Tegan and Kylie could achieve their dream of being the world's greatest women's tag team. And so Adam Pearce exclaimed to kick off the night, "Happy Christmas SmackDown to all, and to all a good fight." So I'm going to have to preface this with, this obviously being a Christmas episode of SmackDown would mean that it would have been pre-recorded, the week prior. And so, all the matches would have been taped the week before, after last week's SmackDown. Which means some of the stuff will have to be edited in to make it 2 hours. So you're going to know which stuff on the show isn't happening live. I just have to preface that because we're going to get a little silly here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, especially with one person in particular. We kick off with Sasha in bed on Christmas Eve. And she's like, ugh, I can't believe it's fucking SmackDown Christmas episode tomorrow. And I've got to be at the arena. It's going to be so shit. Tegan's going to be there. She's going to harass me. I don't even know if Indy and Mickey and Dana are going to be there, but because I'm the champion, these are the bad sides that come with being the champion, I guess. So, ugh. Gotta spend my Christmas around losers like Tegan and Kylie and Io and Kyrie and... that was like a little poet. Anyway, so then Sasha, she puts her head down. You can probably see where this is leading based on the thumbnail. But Sasha ain't happy about Christmas. We then cut to a match that would have been pre-recorded. So an actual match in the wrestling ring. Bobby Roode defeats Mansoor in 6:36 with a glorious DDT. 85 for Roode and a 41 for Manny and a 74 for the match. That's pretty good. So yeah, Roode obviously going one-on-one with Ziggler, who is the US champion at Absolute Zero. And then we're going to get a backstage segment quickly with RJ City and Adam Pearce. RJ, of course, has bought Pearce a Christmas gift. And he's like, open it. And Pearce is like, I don't wanna. It's the day before Christmas. I'm supposed to open this tomorrow. He's like, open it now. Open it. He's like, fine. But before we can actually see what's inside, Bivens Enterprises come in. And they're like, sorry to be all humbug on your ass, but we're looking for a match because the Mysterios seem to think they're the number one contenders for the tag team titles because of last week. And Pierce is like, yes, that is correct. The Mysterios, they still have a score to settle with you after Owens turned on him and joined your group. And Ray's going to be here tonight and he wants to face one of you in action, so who's it going to be? And then AJ's like, oh, I'll have to ruin that guy's Christmas. So it's going to be AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio one-on-one tonight. In a singles match between tag team competitors. A novel concept you've never seen before. Sasha is she arrives at the arena. She's like, oh, this fucking Christmas bullshit. I don't want to be here. I'm just contractually obligated to be here. When Bayley runs up, but not the Bayley that we're used to nowadays. She's like, Sasha! She's like, oh my god, Bayley's here. And she turns around, but it's hugger Bayley. She gives Sasha a big hug and she's like, what, Bayley? What are you? She's like, what's the matter, Sasha? She's like, you're what's happened? Why you? She's like, oh, I know you're getting all caught up in the Christmas spirit. It's okay. I am too. All the Christmas shopping and everything has got to me. I'm keeping the stress to myself, and I'm having a nice and fun because I'm actually having a match with Indy up next. And Sasha's like, wait, what? Indy's here? She's like, apparently so. And Bayley runs off, all happy, hug her, like whoosh, gives Sasha another big hug, and she's like, what the fuck is happening? 77, Bayley defeats Indy Hartwell, not with the headlock driver, but with the belly to Bayley. This would be one of the matches that would not have been taped, as you can tell, because something seems off about this version of Bayley here at Christmas time. 75 for Bayley and a 59 for Sasha. Not for Sasha, for Indy. Sorry, Blair. Then get a backstage interview. Kayla is with Io and Kairi because the main event tonight is going to be... They've been on the same page recently, but tonight they're enemies. It's going to be Smile and Shine against Io and Kairi, with the winners getting a tag title shot at Absolute Zero. And they're talking at Io and Kairi like, look, Tegan is a great competitor, so is Kylie. Kylie won the Mae Young Classic, and Tegan could easily become the women's champion at Absolute Zero, but we're a more well-oiled machine. We're two of the greatest here in WWE, and we're not going to let these two rookies come out on top. And Tegan comes in and she's like, you know, You December is a good time for you. Remember last year at High Voltage and then at the Christmas Chaos pay-per-view that you actually won the Women's Championship and the Tag Team Championships? You held both titles? That could happen to me if I win tonight, because then me and Kylie could become the Tag Team Champions. I could beat Sasha and beat the double champion. And Shotzi and Ember just walking with like popcorn or shit, being all cheesy, going, ooh. Or what? No, actually, no, not popcorn. Some sort of Christmas treat. Gingerbread men or whatever. A gingerbread house or whatever. Because then Io can smack it on the floor. Because that would be funny. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias. Elias is here. And he says, I've only got one question for you tonight. What is the big deal about Christmas? Because I've seen many of these Christmas specials, but I still don't get it. And I don't mean to be all humbug on you, but I've been booked in a Miracle on 34th Street fight against Buddy Murphy up next, and I'll take your time to preach my own special Christmas carol that I wrote, so I need you to silence and shut your mouths and etc. Then he starts singing about a Christmas carol, about how Christmas sucks, and then Buddy Murphy comes in and is like, mate, nobody wants to hear this. We want to get in the festive spirit, don't we, mate? And I'm going to kick your ass right now. And then Murphy and Elias in an actual match that would have been taped. I fucking can't with this game anymore. I fucking cannot with this game anymore. Elias defeats Buddy Murphy in 7:13. An injury to Buddy Murphy meant an audible was called and the finisher was changed on the fly. Buddy Murphy broke his thigh. Fantastic! This fucking game, man. Now I've got to return to the booking screen because one of the matches I have booked for pay-per-view is now going to be fucking off. So there was supposed to be a segment of Randy Orton coming out after Buddy Murphy's win and giving him an RKO because Buddy Murphy lost the Fatal 4-Way last week and Randy was salty. But I guess that's not happening anymore because Buddy Murphy's now injured. So we move straight on to Mr. Ferrari and the New America. And he's like, I hope all of you are enjoying your commercialised holiday. But for great people like myself and for Sami, this is just a regular Friday night. Because we don't celebrate Christmas. We have our own holidays we celebrate, but we don't get special episodes of SmackDown to celebrate our holidays. And I wonder why that could be. Could it be that Americans have decided that Christmas is the most commercially appropriate holiday? And that none of you actually care about its origins? Anyway, Sami, me and you, we're a lot alike. We're two peas in the same pod. But you refuse to join this pod. And quite frankly, I think if you're making a mistake, I'm doing this because I care about your future, Sami, and you're not going to get back up to the top being you. Because guys like us, we don't get to the top naturally. We have to do it despite everybody else. And Sami comes out, he's like, Ali, look, I understand you've got this gripe, this message that you're trying to deliver. You've been at it for about a year now, but I don't want any part of it. And quite frankly, I want to silence you, which means I'm down to wrestle you one-on-one at the Absolute Zero pay-per-view. And Ali's like, no, Sami, don't get me wrong. If I have to beat you in this ring to show you that I'm correct, and that for you to see the light, then I will accept your challenge. On one condition. Sami, you win, you prove to me that I was wrong. You win, you prove to me that Sami Zayn, as Sami Zayn, looking like he looks, having the background that he has, having the name that he has, is all well and good. But if I beat you, you know that I'm right. And if I beat you, you have to join New America. And Sami's like, well, I feel confident in my own, but I've never backed down from a fight in my life, and I've always been the underdog, and you're going to regret stepping aside and saying that I can't do this by myself because nobody gets in my way. I got there once before, I got there again, I'll get there again. And if that means running through you and ending your message, if that means putting my own well-being, my own future, my own freedom on the line to get it done, I'm confident. So you're on, Ali. And Ali just smiles like, excellent. And Sami's like, maybe people will be more receiving of your message, because, don't get me wrong, I get your gripes, but maybe we'd be more receptive of your message if you weren't such a giant asshole and didn't piss off a lot of people. And then bang, he's jumped from behind by Subculture because they got attacked by the message last week because Mia Yim fought Danny Luna, and then Babatunde laid them both out, and now they jump on Sami. No, on Ali, sorry. And then Babatunde, of course, single-handedly tries to take them both out, but Sami comes in. He can't quite handle 3 men, can Big Babatunde, and all 3 men send Sami down. Danny Luna's got, Mia Yim in some sort of hold, and Ali pulls her to safety. And then he sort of realises, fuck, Babatunde's been taken out, so we better leave. I've got what I wanted. Those of you that celebrate this commercialised holiday, you enjoy it. I'll go wait till my appropriate holidays ready to be celebrated, and I'll see you, Sami, at Absolute Zero. Sasha is she's rubbing her head. She's got a headache. She's like, "Oh my god, Balor, what the fuck?" And she's like, "Bailey," and then regular Bailey is just stood there. She's like, "What, Sasha? What is it?" She's like, "You're." That's like, "Yes. That's me, but I'm here, what do you want?" She's like, but you had the hugs and the ponytail. Just, I was like, "Sasha, I've not been like that for a few years. You're the one who got that out of me. So are you going crazy? Is the Christmas spirit, is the eggnog getting to you?" She's like, "Don't you mock me. You came up, you had the ponytail, and you had the hug, you hugged me, and... Ugh." And then she walks off, and then the lights sort of go off again in the hallway, but then they flick back on. And then Sasha's approached by Bianca Belair. She's like, "Girl, you're losing your rabbit-ass mind." And Sasha's like, "Excuse me, did I ask you?" It's like, "Well, I'm going to fight Mickey, so you better watch me kick that ass." It's like, "Wait, Mickey's here?" She's like, "Guess so." Then Bianca beats Mickey with a KOD in 4:46. 71 for Bianca, 66 for Mickey. Big E and Dijakovic then cut a promo about how last week they fought off Jimmy and Jacob after they beat Ali and... Not Ali, god fucking damn it. Mansoor and Dio Madden. And how next week is a tag match. Fatu and Jimmy against Dijakovic and Big E. Ahead of Absolute Zero, where it will be Jacob Fatu one-on-one with Big E. And Jimmy Uso one-on-one with Dijakovic. We then get this segment, which I think is fun. It shows Roman Reigns. He's the head of his table. He's at the table in his big locker room, and he's obviously at the head, and he's massive plate just full of meat for his Christmas dinner. And the rest of the bloodline are all on the other side of the table, and we just show like how they act around the table. Roman's dictating everybody around, scaring Heyman, and just being just generally just abusive, and just the tribal chief makes Jimmy put the Christmas... No, I probably wouldn't. That's probably too silly. Though, Connor, that's probably too silly. I was going to say he makes Jimmy Uso put the crown out of the Christmas cracker on his head. But that's too silly. Because we don't want to play Roman's half up for comedy, because it's going to show like the divide between him and Gargano. So we want to show how one's really tribalistic, and like it's not a fun time to be around. But the others, it's just dinner at the Garganos. Candice and Johnny at the table. The dog, Portmo, is probably at the table as well with her own little plate. And just two wholesome geeks eating their dinner at home. So it's just the contrast of like, this is the everyman's man, he's the wholesome underdog, and then this is the big bad evil guy who's the champion, and he's bitching everybody out. Oh! I didn't expect that to get an 89, holy shit. AJ Styles beats Rey Mysterio in 10:44 with a Styles Clash. 84 for Ray, 84 for AJ. They both get 84s, but the match gets an 89. That's nice. You then see the Street Profits and Bianca Belair just having a chat backstage. Bianca's noticeably not in her ring gear. She's in, like, just casual clothes. And then they're celebrating. She's like, yeah, we want that Christmas smoke, fam. And then Sasha walks by. She's like, ugh. And Bianca's like, girl, what the fuck do you want? She's like, you know what I want? Earlier on, you came to me and you said we're going to whip Mickey's ass, but Mickey's not even here. And she's like, I haven't wrestled tonight, Sasha. Are you okay? Mickey's not even here. Maybe my beatings from WrestleMania are still going cuckoo in your head. She's like, no, but I saw you. Bailey said this, but I saw you and Bailey. And she walks off when, like, she walks down the hallway and then it goes dark and smoke sort of rises from the floor, and Sasha looks around like, what's happening now? She turns around and there's like a dark hallway and a hooded figure at the end, and Sasha sort of walks past it, and you can hear like the faint sounds of crowd cheering, and she keeps walking. You can hear her footsteps on the floor, and then we hear an announcement like, your winner, brand new SmackDown Women's Champion, Tegan Nox. She's like, what? And then she keeps looking. She like looks through a door and sees a vision of Tegan holding up the SmackDown Women's title, and Absolute Zero, the crowd going mental. Sasha's been beaten, and she's like, no, this won't happen. Slams the door shut. She's like, oh, she's panicking. I'm really worried. Like, where's Tegan? I've got to stop this. And then runs off. So, for those of you who haven't figured out what's happening here, Sasha's losing her rabbit-ass mind, and she's been greeted by the three ghosts. A ghost from her past, being Bailey, obviously. A present, being Bianca Belair. And a future, being Tegan Nox at Absolute Zero. Just fun Christmas shit. None of this is actually happening. It's all in Sasha's head. The match, the main event, will be canon, but like, I just wanted to have some fun on Christmas. And I did fucking a lot of shit. I was like, what can I do for SmackDown? I was like, oh, Christmas SmackDown Carol with Sasha and her three ghosts. Whoa, 86. Thanks, EO. You didn't need to do that. Carvino beat Smile and Shine in 14:06 to earn them a shot at the Women's Tag Team Championship. She submits Kylie Ray of a Cloverleaf. 97 for Io Shirai, 76 for Kyrie, 62 for Kylie Ray, and a 71 for Tegan. And then after the match, Io and Kyrie shake hands with Kylie Ray and Tegan Nox. Like, hey, good fight. Maybe you might be able to win the titles. You're going to go beat Sasha. When Sasha comes running out, she's looking all stressed. She's like, oh, no, you're not taking my title at Absolute Zero. I'm keeping it because I'm the goddamn queen. You're not going to ruin my Christmas. I'm going to ruin your life at the pay-per-view. And she sort of looks around. She stops ranting and then sort of looks around. Because there's a woman, there's Io one side, Kyrie one side, then Kylie and Tegan. So she cornered 4 women. And despite what she may have seen, none of her actual partners are here tonight. So we then get the good old 4 baby faces beating up a heel, hitting her with a finisher, and celebrating Christmas style. They probably, Tegan and Kylie Ray probably have Christmas hats on, and then bring one in for Kyrie and Io. Kyrie puts it on, she's like, yeah, Christmas hat. And Io's like, what the fuck are you 3 doing? And in the end, she gets forced to wear the Christmas hat and puts on a fake smile. And now, happy SmackDown Christmas to all, and to all a good night. 92 rated Christmas show. Oh, fucking hell. The last 5 segments on this show were banging. For a comedy semi-non-canon show, that did really good. Murphy's fucking injury is canon, though, so... What matters more than 92 is what you thought of the show, so let me know what you thought in the comments below. And there'll be no more silly Christmas stuff next week. It will be episode 207, which will be Raw's Go Home show for Absolute Zero. See you then.